What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me again. This is week 2 of Rich Reacts. I'm Rich Arleo. I want to thank everybody who watched last week's video, our first video. I loved the feedback. It was great just to hear from anybody who watched it. I was very pleased with how everything came out for the first time, and I'm really excited to keep going. We worked on some things, got a new set, so I'm very excited, and there's some exciting things to talk about for sure. We're going to talk about the New York Jets again, and there's a good reason that we're going to talk about the New York Jets, and that's because they did exactly what I was hoping that they would do. I said last week that I needed the Jets to not go into this season with Josh McCown and Teddy Bridgewater as their quarterback. They needed to use their first-round pick to get one of these young quarterbacks, and they made a move that makes me confident that that's exactly what they're going to do. On Saturday, they traded their 6th overall pick to the Indianapolis Colts, along with 2 second-round picks and a second-round pick in next year's draft to move up 3 spots to the number 3 overall pick. Now, the Colts were rumored to be looking to move back, and the Jets pounced, and this is a good thing. This is a very good thing because it gives me confidence that the Jets have a plan. They know that the quarterback that they want, and they're going after him. They're not going to settle for a defensive end or anything like that. They are going for their quarterback, their franchise quarterback. They must know who it is because they gave up a good amount in order to get him. Now, there's some people saying, oh, they gave up too much. The Colts won the trade. First of all, how do you win a trade so soon that doesn't even involve players? This is only picks. We don't even know who these picks are being used on. Second of all, the Jets in their past, they haven't had much success with their draft picks. They haven't hit on many, especially mid and late rounders. You know, they might have had a decent first-round pick here or there. They hit on Revis late in the draft, but that was, one guy? You've seen even these first-round picks. It's just good to see them have the confidence and move up, and it looks like they're targeting someone, whether it's, like I said, Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. Either one of those 3, I'm happy, as long as they know that one of those guys is their guy. I am a little concerned about one thing, and that's Josh Allen. He's not the guy I want. I'm fine with any of those other 3, but Josh Allen seems like more of a project than we want to be using a 3rd overall pick on. So that's the one way I'd be disappointed at this point. But I know a lot of Jets fans are complaining, which I'm surprised about. I know we like to complain. 50 years without a Super Bowl makes you pretty good at complaining. But you have to trust him on this one. McGannon knows what he's doing. I was skeptical for a while, but it's looking good. This trade is great for the Jets. We're going to have that franchise quarterback. Hey, who knows if he actually works out? But the fact that the New York Jets have a plan, that's a good start. Moving on to the Yankees, who we discussed last week also. They made another big roster move, sending Miguel Andujar down. Now, last week it was Gleyber Torres. This week is Miguel Andujar. Those are the 2 infield darlings that a couple weeks ago many thought that they would be the starting second baseman and third baseman. Cashman made some moves to bring in some veterans, and they're going with them. And you know what? That's okay. These guys, they're young. Gleyber Torres, he's 21 years old. Andujar is 23. There's plenty of time for them to come up and make their impact. Andujar got off to a torrid start this spring, but he slowed down a bit, and there's no reason to not give him some more time in AAA when you have the veteran Neil Walker, who we saw just the other day have bases clearing double. And you know what he can do. He's a veteran. He's just a steady rock. He'll be a steady rock in that lineup as long as he can stay healthy. And then I think the Yankees want to see what they have in Brandon Drury. He's only 26 years old. He's had a couple years of experience in the major leagues. And he's a pretty good player. He's got some pop. Defense is okay. And we'll see if he works out. If he doesn't, that's fine because you have these 2 guys waiting in the wings. And that's something the Yankees haven't had for a while. A lot of times they sign these veterans for big money, and if they faltered, there was nowhere else to turn, and you were stuck with them. But with these guys on short contracts, with the kids waiting in the wings, there's really nothing to be concerned about. So now with those 2 down, the 25-man roster is starting to take shape even a little more. I'd say one of the bigger questions still remaining is in the infield. You have Tyler Austin, who can play first base, a little bit of the outfield. You have Tyler Wade, who can kind of play all around the field. And you have Ronald Torreyes, who was the darling last year, who we talked about last week. I don't think all three of those guys are going to make the team when you have Walker, Drury, Didi, Greg Bird. This is a great problem to have. Guys are healthy, knock on wood. Everything's been going fine this spring. If there's an odd man out, there's an odd man out. I'm a big fan of Tyler Austin. He's got a lot of pop. He's gotten some big hits. He had that big homer off Chris Sale last year in Fenway. There's just something about him I like. I hope he sticks with the team. Then moving to the middle infielders. Wade, he really struggled last year when he was with the Yankees. He's had a good spring, but I wouldn't mind if he was sent down. Torres, he's a guy where what you saw last year is kind of what you're going to get, and it might be the best that you're going to get. He's not much of a prospect like Wade is, but he's just a good guy to have on the bench. He's a good infielder. He got some big hits for us last year, too. He always got some timely hits. I think he would be a better option than Wade off the bench as the backup middle infielder. But either way, like I said, Yankees are in a great spot. They have stayed healthy. It's a long season. Injuries are going to happen. And to have the depth that the Yankees have is a rare thing, and it's definitely going to come in handy. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't touch on March Madness. I'm not a big college basketball guy. I've watched maybe a half a game this season. I don't really watch. I don't tune in. I don't have a team. But it's March Madness. Everybody gets involved. It's a fun time. It's fun to fill up the brackets, go to the bar, watch the games. The games are crazy. They're a ton of fun. And this may be the craziest first week ever. You had some crazy upsets. For the first time ever, a 16 seed beat a number 1 seed. UMBC, the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, defeated the Virginia Cavaliers in a dominating fashion. It wasn't even a close game. And it's an absolute embarrassment for Virginia basketball. It's going to be tough to come back from that until they win a national championship, and that could take a while. There's been upsets left and right. A lot of top seeds are gone. I'd say the top 2 teams left are Villanova and Duke. They look like the strongest. They've had some pretty easy wins. It's going to be interesting to see. But there has been another Cinderella story in New York and in Syracuse. You know, they have a storied history. They've been there, they've done that. But this team was not very deep, wasn't expected to make a run. They were not even expected to win their first game. Syracuse gets to play Duke, and Duke, which is the team that everybody loves to hate, is going to be favored. And it's going to be very tough for Cuse, but hey, who knows? Maybe they could pull off an upset. I'm sure it's one that everybody can get behind. That's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you again for watching. Looking forward to hearing from all of you again. Any feedback is much appreciated. Having a great time doing this, and I hope you're having a great time watching. Thank you guys. See you soon.